What are we going to talk about today? What do we have here? Smith & Wesson Homeland Security knife. I've had this for a while. Bought it years ago. Used it. Never had any problem with it. Some people don't like it. But let's take a quick look at it. Is that okay with you? Here we go. Smith & Wesson Homeland Security knife. Let's get some preliminary things out of the way. The overall length of this knife is 11 3/4 inches. It's 1/4 inch thick steel, 1/4 inch thick steel. It's full tang. It's 5.5 inch blade length. It's 14.8 ounces in weight. It has OD green G10 scales. You can see right there. Now, something very interesting about this knife, perhaps all of them are marked this way. Usually it would have a C in here on the lettering, but it doesn't. It says titanium 440 steel. Now, perhaps that's just a coating, but it just does say titanium. But maybe that's just the way they did it. I've used this knife extensively. I've had it for, I don't know, probably about 10 or 12 years, I believe. Maybe a little bit longer, somewhere around there. But I've never had a problem with it. Some people don't like this knife because they said that they went ahead and batoned some wood with it, and after a little bit of use, it broke. Well, if this is titanium, very few knives have been made out of pure titanium, but that's because it's brittle, it's hard, it's tough, and it's fairly lightweight. But very few knives have been made out of pure titanium, so this probably is a coated steel. The number on here is CKSUR4G. This is hammer forged, by the way. This has not been laser cut that I know of. I don't know, perhaps it has been. But it's hammer forged knife, serrations on the top, modified Tonto design, lashing points, G10 scales, OD green. It's pretty tough. I can't really argue with it. I've went through doors with it, went back and forth. It was deep in about, roughly 2 or 3 inches, going back and forth to make an opening, and no problem. It didn't break. Obviously on the tip is not really as thick as I would like it on the knife. In my opinion, this is not a survival knife. I would not be using this knife if I had a choice. I would be using a different knife for survival. But for around the city, around the urban areas, sure, because you may have to use this knife as a service knife. It would work. It is 1/4 inch thick steel. Now, it comes with a sheath, a good sheath. It comes with a sharpening stone. I have it fixed up, has an insert in there, had to take it out, made it for left-hand use because I am left-handed, but I'd never, like I said, I never had a problem with it. I don't abuse my knives, but I don't know, some people have a hankering to do such. It has lash down on the sheath. You can go ahead and lash it down to whatever. D-ring pull. It's tight. No problem. It's not that bad of a knife, actually. It should do what you want it to do if you don't abuse it. But it's a heavy knife, very heavy. Make sure that's zeroed out. Okay, we got that. And it is 14.8 ounces weight. Now, put this in the sheath. And you got about 1.5 pounds. 1 pound, 1.55 pounds. It's a heavy setup. This could be used and has been used, this particular knife anyway. And at the time it was marketing that made this knife fairly attractive to people. But a lot of people don't like it. It fell out of favor with people because they were trying to do things with it that it was not designed for. If you abuse anything, it'll break. But this knife has been through doors, been through wood, entry tool, no problem, because knives are tools. I would not use it again for survival, but for your overall bang around knife, etc., it's not too bad. Right now, it is my understanding they are discontinued. You can no longer buy a brand new one from the factory unless they have some laying around. They're trying to extinguish what they have. But this does say titanium. Again, I don't think it's pure titanium. It could be coated, but hey, it doesn't have the C on there. This is an older model. It works good. No problem for me. So I'll just go ahead and keep it, use it for different purposes. I don't like it really strapped to my side that much because it is really heavy. It is 1.5 pounds with the sheath. So if you wanted something you could use in the woods, not really in a life survival situation, it would probably stand up. But a lot of people have said they went ahead and went bang bang with it and broke that thing right in half. I've never had a problem with it. So take your chances. It normally sold for about $60. I've seen them lately, just looking up, used ones or even some new ones, but they had a C in the numbers on their knife. So maybe they just changed it. Maybe those are the coated ones for about as low as $20. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do. I would recommend the knife just for general use. If you want something more professional, you're going to have to spend a lot more money. But this knife itself, for $20, you can pick this knife up. Oh, yes. Go ahead and pick it up. It's a good looking knife, but it's a heavy knife. There's a lot better quality, a lot better knives on the market. I hope this information helps. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe. Voice your opinion. Leave a comment about this knife if you want. And share this video. Thank you for watching.